Hi, so today we're going to be cooking some pizza with my Gramanda. And we're going to show you step by step on how to make our favorite pizza that we always make together every time that I visit. So, first thing that you're going to need, once I get on my chair, is you're going to need a big mixing bowl. And make sure that you have a grown-up with you to do some of the steps. So you're going to need, is this hot water?
This is hot water. It's about 120 degrees. So if your hot water heater is set at about 120, you can just put the water as hot as you can get it, and that should be almost perfect.
And so you're just going to...
It's 3/4 cup.
Yeah, it's a 3/4 cup, and you're just going to dump that straight into the bowl. Now you're going to need a tablespoon, like the one that we have here.
Nope, teaspoon.
Teaspoon, not tablespoon. And I would recommend having one that has both sides, because that will make it easier. So you're going to take a teaspoon of yeast and dump that on.
This is the active dry yeast, not instant yeast. I'm going to go ahead and share.
You're going to need a teaspoon for all of these. Now you're going to do a teaspoon
of sugar, because that helps
sugar.
the yeast to grow.
Now we're going to need a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. This is where the long side is good to use, because it's a small little tiny...
It just fits in the jar easier, huh?
Yeah.
A little bit of a rounded teaspoon, that's okay too.
Yeah.
That's just seasoning.
Now you're going to finally, for the teaspoons, you're going to need 1 teaspoon of salt. And that's it for the teaspoons.
Yep.
Now you're going to need a cup. 1 cup of flour. We have flour off to the side. It might not be in the video. I'm not quite sure.
Okay. And do about 2 teaspoons worth of olive oil, but it doesn't have to be exact.
Did we do that?
We did that on the last one.
It says, I recommend having like a little scooper because it makes it easier to fill your cup if you have a container.
And you don't want to scoop that in because then you get too much flour. So you want to scoop it like that, and then you just level it off.
So it's better to overfill it than to not fill it as much. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take it over to our mixer behind us and have an adult help you mix it around.
Just until it's mixed well.
Which actually does not take too long.
And this helps too. This is like the best thing in the kitchen ever.
A spatula.
Yep, this little one like this.
The little spatulas, you can use them for frosting, you can use them for cakes, you can use them for batter. You can use them for almost anything. Anything that can spread.
Okay.
So now that it's all nicely mixed.
Yeah, it's still really soft right in here. But then you're going to add a little bit more flour, another cup of it.
So we're going to add 1 more cup of flour. Same steps as before.
Poof.
Make sure you don't breathe in when you pour it. Now if there's one edge that's empty, just scoop it this way and then go level it. This helps the dough form.
Okay.
Now you're going to take it, you should be done with the flour. And you're going to take it back over to the mixer and mix it until it forms like a doughy form.
This one takes a little bit longer because you have to wait for it to kind of not stick to the sides of the bowl so much.
Yeah. And if you don't have a mixer, you can always use a whisk or a hand mixer.
Yep.
Now, see how the dough clumps to it? You just scoop it off with the spatula. Just clumps to the like top of the mixer. And this recipe does not require eggs at all. So,
Just in case they have allergies, huh?
yeah, I have an allergy to raw eggs, but I can have eggs that are cooked and stuff. Yeah, this hardly has any. This doesn't have any dairy, so if you're allergic to dairy,
Yeah.
then we're good.
Okay, now I just get a little bit of flour on my hand.
Yes, because it helps it not stick to your hand. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna pull the dough out, and then you're gonna sprinkle a little bit of flour over the actual dough, and roll it and like kind of like just make it like not so spiky.
A little bit more.
And try to like roll it into the best ball that you can.
Yeah, if you kind of pull the outsides until it gets real smooth on the top.
Kind of like you're like rolling it,
Yeah.
like you're kind of going like this.
Sticking. Oh, that's sticking so much.
Oh yeah, if it's really sticky, then just keep adding more flour to the dough and your hands.
Yeah. Okay. So we got that one. And then we're going to let this rest for about 15 minutes. And we have one that is already done here.
So that way we don't have to figure out stuff.
Yep.
So you have one that's already done. We're going to add.
We're going to put some flour out here so we can
Now,
roll this
you
out.
can use a table or cutting board if your parents not happy with you putting flour all over your table. So now what you're going to do is if you have a big rolling pin, I would use an adult to help you. This is ours. Ours is really big. You don't need to have one this long. Or really you just need to have something that you can roll the dough out with. And I use my Amanda's help.
Are you going to do that?
I'm not.
And this, you can just do it as much as you want. Depends on how thin you want the pizza.
Or how big you want the pizza.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be perfectly round. Sometimes ours are all kinds of funny shapes.
Yeah, we make pizza a lot with each other. Every time I come and visit. And so sometimes our pizzas are squared. And it's okay because most pizza restaurants have a square option anyway, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't have to be perfect, but make it as thin or as thick as you want. It can also be as small. It can be a tiny little pizza like this big. Ours is going to be a little bit bigger, so.
See, it's getting little bits of stickiness on it, but not too
Oh yeah,
bad.
you can also sprinkle some flour on top of the dough and rub it with your hands.
Yeah.
And if in order to make a pizza, you need to not be afraid to get messy. By that I mean with flour. And I am not just doing all the talking, I will help in a moment.
Well, and I have a special treat that we're going to do this time.
What are we going to do?
We're going to use the pizza peel.
The what?
Pizza peel.
We're going to cook on that?
Nope, we're going to use this to put it in the oven. So we're going to sprinkle
Cool!
like they do in the restaurants.
Restaurants, they use this huge thing. Like, have you ever seen those? Like, where they have the oven and they push it in with it. And you just sprinkle. Or have your Gramanda throw flour on you.
Oops.
Part of the
fun. Part of the fun. Yeah, we just got to make sure we got plenty of flour on here so it doesn't. We don't want it to stick to it once we put all the toppings on.
Quit looking at me with flour. She's going like.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we got that.
That's another reason why you need your parents' permission to be able to put stuff on.
Okay.
Now you're gonna scoop any type of sauce, just like tomato sauce or meat sauce.
Yep. This was like a
Homemade.
marinara or something.
And it was like a homemade sauce, so
but
really
we decided it was better for a pizza sauce.
you can even use spaghetti sauce because they're kind of the same thing.
Yeah. You can use Alfredo. You can use pesto if you don't have nut allergies.
I can have pesto.
Certain ones, yeah, we'll have to. Some of them have nuts in them, so you just have to be careful which one you're getting.
But you can really use any type of sauce that you want. You can use like meat sauce, like kind of like we're using. It's kind of way more like you can use like a buffalo sauce. You can use spicy sauce.
Use buffalo with chicken. Huh?
If you want, you can use ranch. You can use all sorts of stuff. It's make your pizza your own.
Okay. So now
Now now you're gonna do some cheese. We like to do a mixture of mozzarella and cheddar. Just sprinkle it all over your pizza until all the edges are covered. You don't want just all the sauce. You don't want your entire pizza covered in cheese.
what?
Well, you do, but not all the way to the crust. That would be too much cheese.
There's a lot of flexibility. You can do whatever you want because it's your pizza.
Cheese under my fingernail.
Yep, you just gotta make sure it's not on the peel.
Kind of make sure.
We go through quite a bit of cheese.
Yeah, we do. We always like finish like 2 containers of cheese. Cause what we do is we take mozzarella, we sprinkle it on the bottom, all the way along the bottom, and then we take a little bit of shredded cheddar and sprinkle that on top, so you have like a mixed cheese.
Okay.
And you can use whatever type of cheese you want. We're just using, is it just regular cheddar?
This one's mozzarella and then regular cheddar. Yeah.
We're just using mozzarella and regular cheddar. You can use sharp cheddar. You can use Mexican cheese. You can use an Italian mix. You can use anything, really.
Yeah.
If you like Gouda, you can use Gouda. There's so much cheese under my nail.
So many options, huh?
And yeah, so these are kind of like shredded cheese chunks. These are more like real
These are the
shredded.
finely shredded.
Yeah, and this just gives you a little bit more of like.
Just a little extra oomph in there. Huh?
Yeah, oomph.
Oomph. Is that a good word?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Did you mean, is that a good word or a real word?
A good word. Good word, a good descriptor.
We laugh in the kitchen.
Okay.
Now, you can use whatever toppings you would like, but we're using pepperoni and beef. Yeah, so there's many options.
So do we want to do, okay, so we're going to do all of it with pepperoni?
Is that one going to be half and half?
We could do this one all pepperoni, and then do the other one with like half beef and then half beef and pepperoni.
So how many are we videoing?
Just this one.
Okay, then we'll do half and half of this one.
Half and half for this one.
So you can make your pizza half and half. Sorry about that little conversation moment.